Okay, so my first concept was that I wanted to do adventure games, or then I thought, okay, I've done those. I want to do card games. Want to do something simpler than that. And then I thought, how about puzzle game? Well, puzzle games can be really difficult, but I wanted to try and keep it simple, and so something I can complete in a very short time. And I thought, okay, what about tiles? Placing tiles in the correct order. So then it came up maybe if I had a couple of tiles and they had to link in a specific pattern, well, not a pattern, but more of they had to link up, then I could use that. So I said, all right, I'm going to have tiles with symbols on them, and the symbols have to link up. So I came up with the rough ideas of how many symbols am I going to need, and these three symbols were the first three that, using rotation, I could alter them however I want them to look and get them all. So all of these can rotate and be placed end to end to make different areas. Um, but how do I use this? Because it can just go on and on and on. How do I use this to actually make a game? So I figured, all right, what if I had, so for my screen, I'm going to have, first off, time. So let's say you start with 2 minutes. Um, I want to have a maximum amount of tiles you're given. So let's say you're given 40 tiles, and then you start to lay them down. And the objective of the game is to close off the tiles. So you can take a cross tile, a curved tile, another curve, and another curve, 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 curve. So that will be a closed area. At the end of each level, so so it tracks how many open ends there are. So if I got rid of this guy here, I have two open ends. And for every open end, you lose tiles going into the next round. If you run out of time, that's when it counts your tiles. But the second that you close your loops, the time ends, and maybe we can reward the person by um, giving them a certain amount of points. So the amount of time left, so time left is going to be equal to points. Points can cash in for um, more tiles or new tiles. So the new tiles I was also thinking of are we can have some terminators. So you can buy these three terminators. That means that if I had one of these, and then on each end, I could put a terminator, or depending on how complex your pattern are, these two might come into play. So there's quite a few different things I can do with that. Um, At this point, this is where I'm still fleshing things out. I've already I already started thinking of the mechanics of the game and how I'm actually going to do it in Unity. So at this point, I've got all of that. Once everything has terminated, the time ends. If the time runs out, every open point moves you maximum tiles. And to make the game more challenging, of course, um, tiles are random. So from the pool of tiles that you have, the tile that is pulled is going to be a random tile. So maybe you'll have, um, it'll show the available tiles that you have. At the beginning, you would have the cross, you'd have the straight line, and you'd have the curve. Then you can do the current tile that has been pulled. And then you just drag it from wherever it starts. So it might start there, and you drag it onto the board. And we'll do left click to pick up. I should have written that higher. Right click to rotate. And then, sorry, so left press. I do have an eraser. Left press to pick up. So release is to let go. And once it's been dropped, you cannot pick it back up again. So once dropped, can't move it. And that is basically the concept of the whole game. Um, I can't think of anything else. I wanted to keep it extremely simple, and I can't think of anything else that I would need in order to make this a playable game. So that is it. That is the concept.